It can't be any worse than Poole last night, boys.
Oh, Jesus, don't go there.
It's Leicester, Bush. Bad. Good evening and welcome to yet another watch along, our second one in as many days. You lucky people, or microwaves, or toasters, or whatever you want to describe yourself as in 2024.
Allen's.
Poor people describing themselves as Allens. Talking of Allens, I do have to issue an apology to our supporters tonight, as Alan is our lead commentator, because I spoke too much yesterday. So Alan, good evening, and Dylan will be doing his usual looking around the tracks. Well,
one track.
Mainly Sheffield. How are we doing this evening, boys? And have we recovered from the depression of yesterday?
Yeah, it seems like it was a very depressing match for you two, considering how long it took.
It was.
It was crap.
Mr. Lee, at least we've got Kilby in the pits. That makes this match slightly more bearable that we're about to watch.
Palmer, your camera's on me, old fruit.
Oh, Palmer, you had one job.
Oh, Jesus, nipples. Where's my mouse?
But, oh my goodness gracious. Oh, he's absolutely knackered it now.
Your fault, Alan.
So should we have a look at the lineups for tonight? We'll look at the one that we're watching first, and Alan can talk us through the lineups for Ipswich and Leicester.
No drama. So riding for the home side, the Ipswich Witches. They are rider replacement at number 1 for the injured Jason Doyle. It's Adam Ellis lining up at number 2. They have Scott Nichols in as a guest at number 3 for the other injury victim of Emil Saifudinov. At number 4, they've got Dan Thompson. Number 5 is Danny King. Number 6 is Keenan Rue. And at number 7 is Jonan Jenkins. Palmer, your man to watch?
I'm gonna go boring, and I'm gonna go with my mate Adam Ellis. He's started to hit a little bit of form now for Ipswich, and with no Doyle and Emil, I think he's the man that's going to be the one that steps up.
Okay. Well, I'm actually going to go for the man on screen, Danny King. He really needs to step up tonight, considering they're a man down, plus they've got a guest in. So if he's going to need to prove something tonight, that he can step up when the two big guys are not on the team. And for the Leicester Lions, we've got Max Frick at number 1, Richard Lawson at number 2, Sam Masters at number 3, Luke Becker at number 4, Ryan Douglas at number 5, Drew Kemp at number 6, and Sam Hagan at number 7. Palmer, your Leicester man to watch.
Ryan Douglas, because he used to ride for Scunny, and I've got his hoodie.
That's a valid point there. I'll give you that. I'll give you that one.
That is literally it.
I'm gonna go for their. I'm actually gonna go for their number 6. I'm gonna go Drew Kemp. I think he's had not a bad season, Drew, and if he can show the form he's shown over the last few weeks down at reserve for them, he'll be a pivotal man in their lineup. Mr. Dill, do you want to do your lineups for your match?
We'll do Palmer's first.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Palmer first. My apologies.
What are we doing? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Your lineups
for the Oxford
other
and
match.
Kings Lynn meeting.
Oh, jeez.
Give me a minute. Let me find them.
Do you want to do yours now, Dal, while we're waiting on him finding his?
Very well prepared, Mr. Palmer. So,
sorry, I was Snapchatting a bird.
For the meeting at Arlington tonight, Sheffield Vs Birmingham. For the Sheffield Tigers, Jack Holder rides at number 1. Carl Howarth goes at number 2. It's Chris Holder at 3. Josh Pickering at 4. Rider replacement for the injured Ty Woofington at 5. Jason Edwards at 6. And Dan Gilks at number 7. For the Brummies, Freddie Lindgren rides at number 1. He's rider replacement for the unwell Piotr Pavlicki at number 2. Victor Lampart at 3. Zach Cook at 4. Tom Brennan at 5. Michael Palmtoft at 6. And Leon Flint at number 7. Breathe. We've got 4 people watching us.
2 very good looking lineups there.
Yeah, not too bad.
I think Brum will be hoping Victor goes as well as he did on Monday at Birmingham, because he was going well, to be fair.
He was trapping like a demon on Monday. He definitely has put up his form a little bit, to be fair.
Yeah, they'll be hoping he can keep that form going at Sheffield. Mr. Power, are you almost maybe there?
I've got them up.
Good man. Over to you.
So for the Spires of Oxford, Rowan Tungate rides at number 1. Eric Riss at number 2, Badger Yudowski at number 3, Charles Wright at 4, Chris Harris at 5, Ashton Goujon at 6, and Luke Colleen at 7. For the Kings Lynn Stars, Strawberry Jam rides at 1, rider replacement for Benjamin Bassel at 2, Norwick Bladone guest at 3, Patrick Wadgelo at 4, Niels Christian Everson Chochman at 5, Lewis Kerr 6, and Anders Rowe at 7.
Again, 2 very, very strong looking lineups. But yeah,
strong looking lineups. Have you seen Kings Lynn?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to give them the positives here, Palmer. Come on now, be fair to them.
There's being positive and then there's telling lies.
Okay, 1 strong looking lineup, 1 lineup. Would that be suffice to say?
Adam Ellis is on the screen doing the trap walk. That's what Palmer cares about.
Yeah, he's too busy watching Adam Ellis on the track.
That's the most important part of my life today.
Quite a bit of water on
Adam Ellis on a track walk.
Quite a bit of water on the track already. That'll be quite slippy.
Hope somebody's paid the electric bill to put the air fences up. They're looking a little bit soggy at the moment.
Yeah, they do, to be fair.
Well, are they the electric ones or are they the ones with the generators where you put all the diesel in?
Who knows? Track does look a bit grippy.
Do you know what we never did? We never asked Dale who his meant to watch are, so why not?
I've got to find the bloody lineups again now. What are we talking about?
And you criticise me for not having them.
The men to watch for this match that me and Pamela watched.
For Ipswich, Scotty Nichols, he rides Ipswich very well. He'll step up in the absence of ML. For Leicester, Drew Kemp, because he's got a point to prove and he spent all of his youth at Ipswich.
Fair enough, sir. Well, I think we're on the way in about, I don't know,
7 minutes.
7 minutes, fair to say, 7 minutes. Once
Maybe.
These people get off the track.
Referee watch. Who is the referee for this meeting, Palmer?
I don't know.
Gary Allen.
So it is.
Gary Allen.
Could be a long night again, boys.
Could be, but let's hope not.
Because if Carlin did referees, it would definitely not be him. He's more like a Diet Coke.
I've got to go very early in the morning. I need to be asleep by 10. So if we could hurry this meeting up, boys, that would be great. Thanks.
We've got 4 people watching. Palmer, what's the usual saying for people watching us?
Don't be afraid to drop us a comment because one of us will be keeping check. We don't bite unless you have cake, and I really could do with some cake at the moment. So if you've got some, please send some my way. If you're going to Cardiff and you see me, please buy me a pint and I don't know, I'll give you a hug or something.
A signed Almost Famous Scunny Dan picture.
They haven't come. They haven't come.
I remember you had them last year.
Never forget. Run out of them last year.
Oh dear. Dear.
Perhaps people wanted to take bog roll with them just in case.
If you buy Dan a pint, he'll take a photo with you. How's that?
Adam Royden got his Scunny Dan signed picture and it's on his bedside table.
I thought you normally do something comforting to go to sleep, not give yourself a nightmare.
There's Dan Thompson contemplating life.
If you're giving yourself a nightmare before you go to bed, you'd just be looking at pictures of Alan.
Or listening to his commentary maybe after tonight, who knows. Dan Thompson, fresh back off a decent meeting out in France a couple of days ago, along with Joe,
And I can confirm that Dan's had a couple of days on the Isle of Wight.
What a guy.
Lovely.
Yeah, he just had a little couple of days break along with his partner and partner's family. Big shout out to Ryan Ingram, who's riding at the Isle of Wight tonight, because D&D are on his race suit.
And bike. Don't forget the bike.
And-
And his funky little model bike now as well.
And his merch.
And his merch, which has now turned up.
Well, it was nice of the company to send it across, wasn't it?
It's either very late 2024 merch or very early 2025 merch. Maybe he's just very prepared.
Yeah.
That's the way we'll
Well, you know what they say, the 6Ps and all that.
go. Speedway updates are now just updating the updates page now.
Have we got any gates for any of the other two matches?
So, yeah, a team will go off 1 and 3 in Heat 1, and the other team will go off 2 and 4. And it's the same at the other meetings, Al.
I mean, if we had a coin toss thing, gate selection
Well,
thing.
they did it on there, Al, but we have
I've
to
never
watch
seen
on
them doing
mute.
it. Have they done it yet?
Yes.
Oh, I missed
Oh,
that.
great. Our lead commentator's not even watching the bloody product.
I was watching for it and I just never seen them toss the coin.
Did you not see both
didn't
captains
see it.
talking to
They
Kill?
didn't start
Oh
walking
my
any-
god.
I missed it. I missed it.
Alan, the phone's ringing. It's Specsavers calling for you.
I've actually got glasses. Not that I need them for this.
Oh my god, I think you do need them for this meal fruit.
Don't panic. Speedway updates to the rescue.
Good look, tie on there yet, mush.
And in the background is the living legend, that is David Howe.
Scunny team manager.
An all-round good guy.
Nice fella. Wolves legend as well. What a man.
And former
And if
Glasgow
you're-
Tiger. Just to throw that in there. So
Nobody cares.
I was about to say that, but you don't need to steal my line.
Not a single person gives a single toss about the Ouija's.
If you're doing your podcast in the winter, Mr. Dill, David Howe would be a good guy to have on it.
Yeah, I might do that. Incidentally, talking of the Ouija's, they're our next watch along. Oxford versus the Ouija's next Wednesday night, where me and Palmer will be back to our usual roles, and Alan will be nowhere near because he's about as unbiased as a judge whose mate's on trial.
If
Can't
you're
hope.
honest.
At least you're honest, sir. At least you're honest.
I am.
And now Mr. Roynan is boring us at the tapes.
Go on, Roy,
I've
now
never-
make a start.
I've never seen so many people in a stadium before.
Looks to be dead, to be honest.
I was expecting it to be a little bit busier, but I suppose with the skilled.
Ipswich are so depleted, though, everyone's expecting Leicester to
Yeah.
trounce them. Should we do some predictions for the final scores while we're at it, fellas?
Yeah, go on then.
I think, right, we should do this, but we need to put something on the line here.
Oh.
Oh. Oh no.
So, whoever gets the closest wins £2.50.
Oh, God.
Or whoever wins, I don't know. We'll think of something behind the scenes.
I've got one. If Alan doesn't win, he gets his P45 from
Oh.
Shoots of Jail.
Oh,
That's
no.
already been typed up and printed.
What a guy. Right. Alan, predictions for Ipswich Leicester.
I'm gonna go for a 49-41 to Leicester.
Palmer, predictions for Ipswich versus Leicester.
48-42 Ipswich.
And I'm going to go 50-40 Leicester. Alan, predictions for Oxford and Kings Lynn.
I'm gonna go 55-35 to Oxford.
Palmer,
53-37 to Oxford.
I'm going to go bigger. I'm going to go 58-32 to Oxford. And Alan, predictions for Sheffield and Brum.
Sorry, Dale. I'm gonna go for 61-29 to
You're
Sheffield.
having a laugh, you are.
Sorry.
Palmer,
I mean, I thought my prediction was harsh on Brum, but it's not as bad as that. 51-39 to Sheffield.
I'm going to go 47-43 to Sheffield, with Freddie Lindgren being nigh on unbeatable.
Maybe I'm being harsh, and folk can tell me in the comments if I'm being harsh.
Alan, nobody's really listening to you in the comments, me old fruit.
No,
Have we got any comments at all, Mush?
Absolutely none from the 4 people watching.
Surprised we've not had one saying get that Scotsman off lead commentary. I was waiting on that one.
Newcastle Diamonds fan has now taken over as the updater for Sheffield, with Squall doing the texting. Speedway updates will definitely be our friend tonight. Referee at Sheffield is Phil Griffin, who is Peter Griffin's long lost twin.
Who's the referee in the other match?
Mick Bates
the
is
Oxford
the one at
one.
Oxford.
Yes, sir.
Mick Bates.
Ah, lovely mate.
And
Lovely
we
mate.
have had Gates Palmer from your meeting.
Yes, we have. Oxford have won and they take 1 and 3.
Lovely.
How very exciting for them.
Oh, very, very exciting. I'm just going to find the gates for this one.
I'll tell you something, Scotty Nichols is getting some use out of those Oxford Kevies this season.
Well, they may as well.
Alan wants him at Glasgow next season. He's got more chance of watching pigs fly.
Yep, you're right about that.
I know. Interesting to see Ipswich have put Adam Ellis to number 2.
Yeah, that is quite... It's an interesting move. Will it work? We'll just
We'll
have to wait
find
and
out
see.
in a few minutes.
Yep.
Stop being so impatient, man.
Mr. Hodgett Shaw on the comments tonight. There's a comment on the YouTube from someone we know very well.
Who's that? I can't see it.
Refresh your page, Bush.
You may have to read this one out, me old fruit. Hang on, let me check again. Nah, nothing's come through on mine, Mush.
Please say it's been commented on the right one. Yeah, it's been commented all right.
You'll have to read it out.
But if I read it out, that gives the whole thing away. I'm sending you it.
Is it because you made the comment?
It's not necessarily me. It's just somebody me and Dylan know very, 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 very well.
Oh,
I
God,
can't
it
see
could be
it.
anybody.
I can't see the comment either, Dan.
There is no comment.
I think you're lying.
On.
I think you're lying to us.
Check your messages, Mr. Dill.
There's definitely no comment there.
Just read the comment out. If it's, I don't care what they say.
I would, but it's got a naughty word in it, and I don't want to be responsible for saying said naughty word.
Can you read it without the naughty word?
Palmer, don't know.
Not really, no.
Where have you sent it to, Palmer?
Your
It's
Facebook.
just come through now, my old fruit.
Still, can you read it out without the naughty word? Jesus wept. We're in suspense here.
The comment comes from Dan Palmer.
No, of course it does. Well?
Something about the Scottish chap.
Yeah, I thought that might be the case. If you want your lead comms back, you can take them back now. We'll swap. Just say the word.
Just say
No,
the
you're all right.
word.
You can have it tonight, Alan. I really don't want to do main. I don't want to do main comms 2 nights on the trot.
Okay, sir.
They're having a minute's silence at Ipswich for Mr. Anthony Steele.
Yep.
R.I.P.
In
Top bloke was
pieces.
Tony.
He was a nice fella.
No one really knew the guy.
It's because you're never at your own track.
That's for that.
You meet these people if you go to Speedway out.
Luke Becker is really short in a team full of really tall people.
It's just a B-Tech Ben Cook. Just not as good.
Another little tribute there from British Speedway Network.
Was a bit of a shock last week, weren't it, seeing that Mr. Steele had died?
Yeah, Even I got a little bit heartfelt from it, and I don't get heartfelt because I'm a heartless man. So yeah, it was nice to see all the tributes being poured to old Tron.
I'm trying not to say that I've just noticed something about his age, which I'm assuming Dan hasn't spotted yet. I'll take that silence as a no. Mr. P.
Can you not be respectful for a minute's silence, Alan?
Sorry.
And now he shuts up, now it's over.
I didn't realise you were having the minute silence.
No Gates, actually, from Sheffield. I know the
Not
right
angry.
replacement. Gates for this meeting.
According to Dan Bewley, who's at the Principality Stadium, it's the Cardiff GP this weekend.
Is it really?
We got
Apparently.
Gates for this meeting now.
Oh, we have?
Leicester are off 1 and 3 in League 1.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
No
See,
problem.
my right-hand man.
Oh, we've got Gates from Sheffield as well. Sheffield have won the toss and take 1 and 3.
1 and 3. There's Danny King.
Now I've got to update the old automatic.
Yeah,
code.
the thing about Tony Steele's age, Dan.
He was 69, we know.
Oh, wow, you ruined my joke, Dan. Thanks, Dan.
I don't
Dill.
think a fella dying's a joke.
No, I
It's
just
not
meant,
a joke, Al. Be more respectful, man.
I didn't mean it like, oh, Jesus.
Right. Let's see which meeting gets Heat 1 underway first.
I think it will be Sheffield.
I think it'll be Oxford.
Definitely not this one.
Might be.
Was it just getting their helmets on to go back to the pits?
Shizer. Wrong logo. Too many teams.
I can tell you, we've had Heat 1 from Oxford.
Told ya.
Bananas.
As
I've dropped
anybody
my
in
pen.
as anyone in the comments can tell, this was very last minute because we're about as prepared as a kid on the first day of school.
I tell you,
So, while we're waiting, I'll give you a quick update from Oxford. Oxford Spires 5, Kings Lynn Stars 1, Risk Tungate Strawberry Jam and Trotchi retired in a time of 58.84.
Yank Vec really needs to improve. He was terrible Monday at Bellevue, to be honest, and he's not started very well at Sandy Lane either.
no,
So he's just leading everybody into a false sense of security, and he's going to go out and win the Grand Prix at the weekend.
How much have you had to drink?
About 12 Budweisers.
Right, I'll jump out of the here for now. I'll be back in after Heat 4 at Sheffield.
Enjoy your evening, sir. Yeah, man. Al, you're the lead commentator. Why aren't you describing what's going on the screen? Alan! Al!
Is it too late for us to sack him?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll jump out when Alan returns from the dead.
Oh, apologies. I was just messaging a girl on Instagram.
Oh, Alan.
Ugh.
Few of these riders we saw last night.
That we did.
Leicester will definitely be hoping that Richard Lawson's a bit better than he was last night for Bull.
And Sam Hagen.
And Sam Hagen, yeah.
Yeah, he was a bit crap.
Is Alan still here or is he gone? No, he's still here. He's muted himself. Brilliantly, commentator. What a guy.
Oh, I'm going to have to take my roll back, aren't I?
The aggregate score is 16 points in the favour of the Lions, so you can almost certainly write the aggregate point in for Leicester.
I don't know. I've got faith in Ipswich tonight. I really have.
To win by more than 16 with this patched up side.
Oh, not to win by more than 16, but just to win on the night. And you know, I believe in my boy Adam Ellis to go and score points.
Well, you ain't going to have to wait long to see. Mr. Ellis is in heat number 1.
I'm back.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I had to move the cart. Oh, I ran.
So, apologies to anybody watching us. This is very last minute. We literally decided we was going to do this about half an hour ago. And I now need to move my bed so I can make sure I can get my pen.
Right, I'll move back up now. Alan's returned from the dead.
Cheers.
Ow!
Riders getting ready to come out for heat number 1.
That's normally where we start, Al.
Who do you think the RR will be in heat 1, Mr. Palmer?
Me.
You. Mr. Rider
Yeah.
replacement is full families racing tonight, with the sounds of it. The amount of, amount of them that's in the meetings tonight across England tonight.
The busy chap, like.
Yeah, he's a busy chap. And you get a helicopter to fly him to each meeting for each race. Bikes are just getting pushed off for 8-1. All right, okay, so they can hear us, but they can't hear you. Yeah. Cool. Ah.
You silly sausage, Alan.
I'm a silly sausage, haven't I? 16-point lead for Leicester are going into this one. Oh, sorry. Sorry! Palmer, I'll just sign that P45 for me, will you?
Please do.
And it is number. No, it's not. It's
Danny
Danny King.
The
Interesting.
real thing.
Jesus, he's been at the pies. he's learned his trade from Chris Harris, putting the weight on there. And just Ryder's just waiting to be pushed off now. Underway. Received. I want some of that bunting. That was a really good wheelie, wasn't it, Mr. Palmer? And Mr. Palmer has gone radio silent on me. Do
Yeah, it's hard.
you want
Oh, so welcome to the exciting part of tonight's stream. Heat number 1 is amongst us then at the tips, and it looks like Leicester are going off gates 1 and 3. Looking at that, I know, but I've unlike Alan, I've been busy texting ladies on Instagram.
put the phone down? You're supposed to be doing this.
So heat number 1 off the inside gate in the yellow helmet colour representing the Leicester Lions is Richard Lawson. Off gate number 2 in blue is my friend, not yours. That's Adam Ellis representing Ipswich. Off gate 3 in white is a GP star. That's Max Frick. And off the outside in red for Ipswich, it's the real thing, Danny King.
Joe, that was a very good use of Ryan there, Mr. Palmer. I'll give you that. That was very
Roy,
good, sir.
Roy
Give
says
yourself
Roy says it at red car.
give yourself a pat in the back. Start Marshall pulling the riders up to tips now for heat number 1.
Language, Mr. Dillon.
The start
I
master
forgot
walks
that.
away, and the tapes are up, and it's a very good start for number 2. That is Richard Lawson, and Max Frick's got with him. No, he's not. He's coming up the inside of Danny King here, and it's now a 5-1 on the cards for Leicester. King in third, and Ellis at the back going into. I'm not sure what lap we're on, but carnage! Oh dear! Adam Ellis is down, and that doesn't look good for him. The red light surely got to come on. Oh, that was a bit late. Oh dear. Leicester will be gutted there, leading on a 5-1, but that doesn't look good for the rider in blue, Adam Ellis. That was a nasty crash for him. What'd you make of that, Palmer?
I'm trying not to cry.
I mean, that was just nasty from at the back. It just to wake him off that bike. Oh, that did not look good.
I hope my mate Adam's okay.
Well, he's sitting up talking to the paramedic, so that's something.
I know, I can see that.
I'm telling the public. You don't need to shout at me.
Oh, it's been a long day, Alan. It's been a long day. I'm ready for bed.
Getting the replay now of this incident. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's got to hurt. I think he's definitely excluded, but that was a nasty crash. That one. He did. I think the bike just lost grip.
Just picked
Has
up
he
too
caught a
much
rope?
grip. In
Oh,
fact, actually, Adam was trying to avoid Max there.
Yeah, you could argue that. I think
Thank the Lord, Adam is
he's
up
up
and
and
walking.
which is good to see. I think the blue light's on. Yeah, Adam Ellis has gone, so it'll be 3 riders only at the tapes for the rerun of heat number 1.
Gives the real thing to have another go, though.
But that was definitely very nasty there for Mr. Ellis. Hopefully he's all right for the rest of the meeting, and he'll be able to continue. Oh! At least he's walking back. That's something.
And it hasn't ruined his hairstyle. That's the main thing.
Dan, have you managed not to cry yet?
No.
Oh dear. Get Mr. Palmer a packet of tissues. Okay. Well, while we've got a slight delay, folks, we're going to go over to Mr. Dan Palmer. Dan, have you any updates from your other match that you're keeping an eye on, sir?
Yeah, I do. So at Oxford, we have had 3 races from Oxford. And the Spires are leading Kings Lynn 14 points to 4. Heat 1 was a 5-1 with Eric Riss taking win and Rowan Tungate second, with Strawberry Jam in third. Heat number 2 was also a 5-1 with Ashton Bowden and Luke Colleen taking a big 5-1 over Lewis Kerr and Anders Rowe. And in heat number 3 is a 4-2 with Charles Wright beating Norik Bladorn and then Magic Janowski beating Patrick Wojtjalo.
Lovely, thank you, Mr. Palmer. Mr. Hodgetts, any updates over at Sheffield?
Heat 1, Victor Lampard took the ride replacement ride in yellow and he won the race in a time of 61.35. Second in blue, Carl Heworth, and third in red, Jack Alder. Freddie Lindgren was at the back. And heat number 2, Jason Edwards took the win in red from Michael Palmtoft in second and Dan Gilks in third. Leon Flint retired at the back to make the score 7-5 after 2.
Thank you very much to both of you. Just watching Richie Hawkins getting interviewed on screen by Lee. He's not having his best night. But both riders. There's at least 2 riders back at the tapes. I can see someone in the first gate and coming out now, Danny King. Danny King got a lot of pressure on. Only Ipswich rider in the heat. Do we want to do the lineup again, or are we just not bothered?
So I'll go through it again because I'm a nice man. Off the inside gate in yellow for Leicester, that's Richard Lawson. No rider off gate 2 because unfortunately Adam Ellis was excluded. Off gate 3 is Max Frick and the real thing. Danny King is off the outside. There you go, Alan. Now you do all the talking.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mr. Palmer. Riders are up to tapes now. Hopefully, Mr. Frick will settle down. Oh, wait. Come on, Mr. Lawson. Hurry up. That Marshall walks away. Green light goes on. And they're both away again. And Leicester Gate again on another 5-1. Danny King struggling at the back, but Richard Lawson and Max Frick taking the lead. Coming into the end of lap number 1. What can Danny do to try and limit this 5-1 down? But it is just unbeatable ride here from Max Frick and Richard Lawson going into lap number 2. Frick round the outside, Lawson in the inside. What team riding here from Leicester as they are currently still on a 5-1. Danny King not making up much ground at all, and it's still Max Frick in the lead. Richard Lawson second and Danny King in third. I mean, this is just an easy 5-1, I think, for Leicester, you have to say. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Palmer?
Yeah, Leicester just gated and went, and that was about it, really. All she wrote, Danny King struggling a lot at the back. Maybe the track's a little bit too grippy for him, or he's just not performing to his normal abilities around the Vauxhall circuit. But yeah.
As they come in to the checkered flag, lovely win for Max Frick. Richard Lawson second and Danny King dribbles home for the third. And yeah, good ride from the Leicester boys there, take a nice easy 5-1. Over to Mr. Palmer for the result of Heat 1.
So, the official result of heat number 1 was a win for the rider in the white helmet colour, Max Frick. Second in yellow was his partner Richard Lawson, and the third in red was Daniel King. That makes the scores now 1 to the Witches, 5 to the Lions, and the progressive score on the night is also 1 to the Witches and 5 to the Lions. And if you want the aggregate score, it is 38 to Ipswich, 58 to Leicester. Yeah,
he does indeed. He does indeed. You have to feel for Danny King there. Couldn't really make much of an impact. It wasn't his best, but you have to feel for Ipswich. The only having Danny King in the race didn't really help the cause. As we're now going to head into heat number 2, the reserves ride. This is probably the most pivotal ride of the match. Well, let's see how the reserves get on in heat number 2. Take it away, Mr. Palmer.
So then, the lineup of heat number 2 off the inside gate in the red helmet colour. Been very impressive so far this season. That's Keenan Rue. Off gate number 2 in the white helmet colour, he was sacked once. He's Drew Kemp. Off gate 3 in the blue helmet colour for Ipswich, Jordan Jenkins. And off the outside in the yellow helmet colour is Samuel Hagan for the Leicester Lions.
You really have got a voice for this.
I've done it at Scunny too many times.
You have indeed, sir. You have indeed. The rider's just doing a little bit of gardening there at the start line.
Alan Titchmarsh would be so proud.
He would. He'd be a proud man. Not too sure what kind of gardening Keenan Rue's trying to do there. He's kind of sitting, pointing the bike towards Drew Kemp. Not sure what he was up to there. Rider's now being called to tapes by the oldie start marshal. As the riders settle down, and the start marshal walks away for heat number 2. And it's a good start from Keenan Root in the red helmet colour and his partner in blue. That is Dan Thompson there on a 5-1.
Jordan Jenkins.
Oh, I've read the wrong heat. Jordan Jenkins with Drew Kemp in third at the moment. What can Drew do as we go into lap number 2? And it is still the Ipswich Witches on a 5-1. But Drew Kemp is trying every inch of this track to get the better of Jordan Jenkins here in the blue helmet. But as it stands, it will be a 5-1 to Ipswich with 2 laps to go, with Keenan Rowe in the lead, Jordan Jenkins in second, and Drew Kemp in third. Sam Hagan a little bit adrift at the back. And it would appear now that Jordan Jenkins is just pulling away from Drew Kemp. But he's slowly getting back, Drew, but I don't think he'll be able to do much coming into the last lap. And it's still Keenan Rowe in the lead. Jordan Jenkins in second and Drew Kemp in third. Nice little wheelie there from Keenan Rowe as we go into the last bends. And it's a beautiful win from Keenan Rowe. Oh my goodness, Drew Kemp there. He's coming down to the line. Second place at the moment. It was Jordan Jenkins and Drew Kemp in the third.
So your official result then of heat number 2, sponsored by the Estrada, was a win for the rider in the red helmet colour Keenan Rowe. Second in blue, his partner Jordan Jenkins, and the third in white, Leicester's Drew Kemp. So that's 5 to Leicester, 1 to Ipswich. No, it isn't. It's 5 to Ipswich, 1 to Leicester, which makes the progressive scores on the day 6 to Ipswich and 6 to Leicester. And the aggregate score 43 to Ipswich, 59 to Leicester.
And he had one job. But yeah, again, from the gate, that ride, not really much the rider in third place could do. Drew Kemp could do about Keenan Rowe and Jordan Jenkins there, Mr. Palmer.
No, sorry, I was just looking at a bird on Instagram again.
Oh.
But yeah, no, a solid gate from Keenan Rowe, and that was it. He was gone, and a decent ride there from Jordan to maintain second place.
As we come up to the tapes now for heat number 3.
Alan, that's Dan Thompson there on screen. He looks a little bit different to JJ.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at the wrong heat on my phone. That's why. That was my bad. My bad.
It was certainly something, Mush.
Anyway, take us through the lineup, Mr. Palmer.
So, heat number 3 coming up for you now. Off the inside gate in the white helmet colour for Leicester is Samuel Masters. Off gate number 2 in blue for Ipswich, Daniel Thompson. Off gate number 3 in yellow for Leicester, Luke Becker. And off the outside in red for Ipswich, Scott Nichols.
Don't think Stamp Marshall was too happy there with Luke Becker for some reason. Just something he was not happy about. That would make sense, I suppose. We'll bring him over so you can show him the light. Riders getting called up to tapes now for heat number 3. And Masters is sat back
20 seconds left to go.
Oh, thereabouts. Come on, Mr. Masters, hurry up.
Yes, I do.
The riders come up to tapes now. Oh dear. And the green light's on and they're away. And what a start that is from the rider in the white helmet. That is Sam Masters. He is in the lead. Second at the moment. Oh my goodness. Was the rider in the yellow helmet colour. That is Luke Becker. Third is the rider in white. That, my good people, is Ryan. No, I'm confused
Luke Becker.
Luke Becker is in. I'm confused myself now.
We're on heat 3, Alan.
Sam Masters is in the lead at the moment. Second place is the rider in red. That is Scott Nichols. And third in yellow is Luke Becker. Going into we're in heat lap number 3 with Sam Masters still in the lead. Scotty Nichols in second and Luke Becker in third. It's a 4-2 as it stands to the Leicester Lions. Going into the last lap now, and Sam Masters still leads the way. Second place, Scott Nichols, and third is Luke Becker. And at the back is Sam Hagan. That can't be right. Sorry, Dan Thompson. I'm again looking at the wrong heat. And it's a win for Sam Masters with Scott Nichols in second and Luke Becker in third. Eh?
I was filling my programming. So anyway, the result of heat number 3 was a win for the rider in white, Samuel Masters. Second in red was Scott Nichols, and the third in yellow was Luke Becker. So that's 2 to Ipswich, 4 to Leicester, making the progressive scores now 8 points to Ipswich, 10 to Leicester, and on aggregate 45 to Ipswich, 63 to Leicester. That's me all day, every day, Mush. But yeah, great gate there from Sam Masters, and he was just untouched, untroubled from then.
Yeah, Scott Nichols was giving it his all, just couldn't quite get couldn't get there. But I have to feel for Dan at the back there. Just didn't quite make it work in heat number 3.
Well, he should have made it work then, and he wouldn't have finished last.
Fair point, sir. Fair point.
Yeah, no. So we're just awaiting heat number 4. What a man.
No, I think
Yes, it is.
is it?
Well, it says so on the telly box. So, heat number 4 coming up. Going off the inside gate in the yellow helmet colour is Sam Hagan. Off gate 2 in blue, Keenan Rue. Off gate 3 in white is Ryan Douglas. And off the outside in the red helmet is the real thing, Danny King.
I need to know, but it's Keenan Roon, and
It's Keenan Rue.
that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. I need to remember it's him. Let's see who I've got on my phone right now. And what a start from the rider in the blue helmet colour that is. Keenan! Oh! Carnage in the first corner. Jesus. Keenan Roo's not happy about something. He's gone. He's got to go for that. Unless he calls an 0-4 back, but I very much doubt it. Depends if he got a nudge here. I doubt it. Nah, he was well clear. Oh. Oh! Oh, that's going to hurt. Yeah, I would agree with that one.
100% he doesn't because of where it happened on the track.
Oof. Oof. Dixon telling Sam Hagan to just calm it down there. He's just telling him to
Existed.
breathe. Not too sure if there's been any update to tell us what's happening. Just gonna see. I would expect it's Keenan Roo that's gone, but I've not seen any lights on from the referee. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Maybe if they showed us the lights, we'll be able to see what's going on. Yeah, he's just gone on his own. He's just slipped. Dougie did well for the. Yeah. Keenan Root excluded from heat number 4.
So we'll try again with the lineups and all that. Off the inside in yellow, even though it looks very white, that's Sam Hagan. Nobody off gate 2, Douglas off gate 3, and Danny King off the outside. Is it bedtime yet?
No, but the real thing's out on track. I'll go. Go riders back up to tapes for the second time of asking. We try again for heat number 4. The tapes go up. And it's an absolutely flying gate there from Danny King. But watch out for Ryan Douglas. He's going to be given a good chase here. Sam Hagan just cementing that 3rd place. That's just what Leicester will be looking for. But can Danny King hold on here? Or will Ryan Douglas get the better of him as we're into lap number 2? And look at this. Danny King just riding every inch of this track, holding on from Ryan Douglas in 2nd and Sam Hagan in 3rd. As we go into lap number 3, it's still Danny King in the lead. Ryan Douglas sitting back in 2nd, and Sam Hagan just cementing the 3rd place to keep this to a 3-all. Just Danny King absolutely flying out in front, unstoppable. Nothing Ryan Douglas can do as we go into the final lap now. Danny King round into bends, back up on the back straight, into bends 3 and 4 for the final time. And it's a fabulous win for the real thing. Danny King, 2nd place, Ryan Douglas, and in 3rd, Sam Hagan. Mr. Palmer, over to you.
I'm filling me programming. Give me a minute. God,
All
man.
All right. Yep.
So your result of Heat 4 was a win for the rider in red, Danny King. 2nd in white, Ryan Douglas. And the 3rd in yellow was Sam Hagan. So that's 3 to Ipswich, 3 to Leicester, 11 to Ipswich, 13 to Leicester, 48 to Ipswich, 66 to Leicester.
It was a cracking ride from Danny King there. The real thing. Would you agree, Palmer?
Was it really? I can't say too much because I didn't really see the race because I was texting birds on Instagram.
I'm going to take that phone off you very shortly. And I think are we getting track grading or are we going on? I'm not too sure.
We'll do quick updates from the other 2 meetings while we've got a minute.
Yep, it'll be a very quick update. Mr. Palmer, we need your update first, sir, please.
Well, good job I've got it on then, innit? So when I left you last, it was 14-4 to Oxford. So Heat 4 was another 5-1 to Oxford, making it 19-5. Heat 6 was another 5-1 to Oxford, making it 24-6. And Heat number 6 was a 4-2 to Kings Lynn, and it made the progressive scores now 26 to Oxford, 10 to Kings Lynn.
Hey, Kings Lynn are in double figures. Mr. Hodgetts, your update from Sheffield, sir?
So Heat 3 was a win for the rider in red, Chris Holder. 2nd in blue, Josh Pickering. 3rd in white, Victor Lampard, to make a 5-1 to Sheffield and 12-6. Rider replacement in red in Heat 4 was Carl Howarth, and that race was won by Dan Gilks in blue. 2nd in red, Carl Howarth, and 3rd in white, Tom Brennan, for another 5-1 to Sheffield to make it 17-7. Heat 5, the rider replacement in yellow was Zach Cook, and that was won by Chris Holder in red. Freddie Linger in 2nd, Josh Pickering 3rd to make it 21-9 to Sheffield. And Heat 6, it was won by the rider in red, Jack Holder. Tom Brennan 2nd, Carl Howarth 3rd, and Michael Palmtoft at the back to make it 25-11 to Sheffield. Jack Holder takes the rider replacement in Heat 7 in red.
Well, fair to say, both the away sides not having the best of me.
Oh, and it's raining at Sheffield.
Clearly not much.
Oh, and it's raining. How much longer will that match go on?
That explains
Hopefully.
everything because it's bouncing it down in Scunny.
Well, shall we take a little couple of minutes while Mr. Kilby's Mr. Palmer, would you like to take us through the lineup of heat number 5? Good sir.
Not really, but I'll do it. Where's the program? So,
Right,
heat number
thanks.
5. Going off gate 1 in the red helmet colour for Ipswich is Scott Nicholls. Off gate 2 in yellow for Leicester is Richard Lawson. Off gate 3 in blue is Daniel Thompson for Ipswich. And off the outside in the white helmet colour for Leicester is Max Frick.
You've got a very soothing voice when you do that. It's kind of worrying. I've just noticed, is it just me or is it only Scott's head that seems to have been like cut off at the very top where his hairline is?
I think it might be Keenan's actually.
Keen on. And Scotty's in his Oxford Kevlars.
Geezer probably ain't got any others.
And the riders come to tapes now. Eventually. That Marshall walks away. And it's a good start for the rider in the red helmet colour. That is Scotty Nicholls. But watch out for the Leicester. Oh my goodness gracious me. Jeez Louise. Max Frick and Richard Lawson. That was a lovely battle from those two of us. Scotty Nicholls as they take on a 5-1 now with Scott Nicholls in third and Dan Thompson at the back. Richard Lawson leading this with Max Frick in second, Scott Nicholls in third, and Dan Thompson. Watch out for Nicholls! Oh dear. As we go into the third lap, what can Nicholls do now? He's going to have to do something to get the better of Max Frick with a lap and a bit to go. Coming into turns 3 and 4, and it is Richard Lawson in the lead, Max Frick in second, Scott Nicholls in third, but he's battling hard against Max Frick. Into turns 1 and 2 now, up the back straight. Watch out for Nicholls again. Oh my goodness. He's getting so close into the last bends now. Can Nicholls do anything down to the line? Oh, unlucky for Scott there. Great battle between him and Max Frick for the 4 laps. Wouldn't you agree, gents? Or gent? Absolutely. He's flying tonight. Mr. Palmer, just when you're ready, sir.
You can't rush a fat lad filling in his programme.
That's why I said just when you're ready, sir.
So the official result of heat number 5 is a win for the rider in yellow, Richard Lawson. Second in white, his teammate Max Frick, and third in red, the guest for Ipswich, Scott Nicholls. So that's 1 to Ipswich, 5 to Leicester, and that makes Peretti scores 12 to Ipswich, 18 to Leicester, and that also puts Ipswich into tactical territory.
Does indeed. Now the question is, do they use it in the RR ride?
No point if everyone can take a ride.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point to you. Depends. Is Adam Ellis going to be fit to ride for his next one out? We'll have because we're also waiting to see who the RR is. But we need to see if he's fit, because if he's not fit, they're in real deep trouble.
Justice for Adam.
Yeah. Oh. Oh dear. And I'm trying to see who that is. That Adam Ellis came out in blue, because I know he's out in. Yeah, he is out in blue, but I don't know if it is him. I'm trying to see. Drew Kemp coming round to tapes now. I love the colours. Colours are cool. I think the red and blue is actually. Yeah, I don't think Adam Ellis is coming back out, and it looks like Danny Kingan, a tactical substitute. Would you believe it?
Scott Nichols is out in printed on Danny King's suit.
Oh dear. Right, Mr. Palmer. Line-up time.
Hold on.
Oh Jesus. With them
So,
already using RR.
the lineup for heat number 6, going off gate number 1 in the white helmet colour for Ipswich, is Ryan Douglas. Off gate 2 in red is a tactical substitute for Daniel King. Off gate number 3 in the yellow helmet colour is Drew Kemp. And off gate 4, a reserve replacement for Adam Ellis, is Jordan Jenkins.
Yeah, I don't get that either, because he's been flying. Yep, as the riders come up to tapes now, Start Marshall walks away with his hands behind his back. And again, there he is, flying. Ryan makes the start. Oh, down goes Jordan Jenkins. And he's not quick to get up.
Is this...
he's literally dead on the track. Don't tell me Ipswich are about to lose another rider. That's all they need. Oh, well, he's moving his hands. He's not dead.
Is this the point Ipswich just hope it starts absolutely battering it down?
Oh. He's gone for a nap. Is it
could go for a nap.
Is it Jordan Jenkins on the track, or is it really just Dan Palmer in a Ipswich race suit trying to go for a nap on the track?
No, I'm about the size of 5 Jordan Jenkins.
Oh dear. Palmer's having regrets. Just watching the replay again.
Mm.
Drew might. How some of the referees' decisions have gone recently, then Drew could go.
Oh, it's bouncing it down here, Mush. Is it bad that I'm secretly hoping it is? Because this meeting's a bit crap.
Jordan Jenkins walking back to the pits now. The relief on Richie Hawkins' face says it all.
We've already got him, Mush. I'm telling you, he's only good at Scunny.
Mm.
If you was riding... If you was riding an away meeting at Scunny and he was riding for you, you guarantee you'd get a 21-point maximum.
I'm going to say this, and you're probably going to tell me you are, but please tell me you're muted. That's fine.
Okay,
It is all four back.
Palmtoff got 21 points while he was injured.
He six folks will be in all four back.
How very exciting.
And Adam Ellis has withdrawn from the meeting.
Yeah, no, Kerry's just texted me. Wanna cry.
Reading it on the updates. Oh well, it is what it is. Don't know if you want to do updates. Right, Mr. Palmer, some updates from Oxford, please.
Let me refresh the page.
Ever the professionals here on Shoot Some Shale.
So since I last left you, we've had one race. It's sounding a bit like Paul from last night, which was a 4-2 to the Oxford Spires, which makes the scores now 30 to Oxford, 12 to Kings Lynn.
What heat was that?
The 7.
Thank you, Mr. Palmer. Mr. Dillon.
We've had two since you last came out. Rider replacement in Heat 7 in red was Jack Holder, who took the win from Victor Lampart in second and Zach Cook third for a 3-all to make the scores 28-14. Rider replacement in white in Heat number 8 was Michael Palm Toft, and it was won by Carl Howarth in red with Dan Gilks in second and Leon Flint third to make it 33-15. And in heat number 9, Michael Palm Toft comes out. Freddie Lindgren comes in as a tactical substitute in yellow.
Thank you very much, sir. I don't really think we need to do the lineup again, Mr. Palmer, because it's the same 4 as the last time out. Unless you really, really want to.
Don't really much, if I'm being honest.
No problem at all, sir. Same 4 as last time. And if you missed it, well, that's just your own fault. Just tough. Let's just hope Jordan Jenkins can stay on from the first bend this time.
I mean, it would help. Yeah, it's the highlight of my life, that.
I'm going to be honest, I think we're going to lose anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised. We will. Cammy Brown better have a miracle.
By about 30.
Secretly, I'm kind of hoping Scott Nichols has a little accident here.
It's not very nice.
Secretly.
I might have to buy his book, and if he signs it, and he can't because
what,
of you.
What a start from the rider in the white helmet. That is flying Ryan Douglas. Danny King is in second, but watch out for Drew Kemp. Oh dear, nearly tried to get through. Oh my goodness, Kemp's all over the shop here. And now, Jordan Jenkins trying to nip up the inside of Drew Kemp there as we go into lap number 2. And it is still flying Ryan in the lead. Danny King second, Drew Kemp in third, and Jordan Jenkins at the back. My goodness, it's a battle at the back here between Jordan Jenkins and Drew Kemp, and between Drew Kemp and Danny for second. 2 battles in one going on here. Drew Kemp in both of them as we come into lap number 3, and it's still Ryan Douglas lap 4. Ryan Douglas in the lead, and Danny King still in second. Drew Kemp still fighting for second, but he's got to watch out for Jordan Jenkins, who's got one corner now to try and get the better of him. Can he do it, or will Drew Kemp hold on? I think Kemp's got it here. And that's how it will finish, with Ryan Douglas the winner, Danny King second, Drew Kemp third, and of course Jordan Jenkins at the back. That tactical backfired miserably. Not particularly surprised, no. I would ask, they can use, and they'll have injury rider replacement now, won't they? For Ellis. which means Danny can at least take one of his, I think. No? Is he not the one above?
Just the riders or below.
It's just Riders below. I thought, has that changed? Maybe it used to be.
No,
Right. Oh, okay. I see. Doesn't make much flip. No, at least they've got 3 options. Oh dear. But yeah, another good ride there from Flying Ryan Douglas. Bringing his scunny form to Leicester tonight. Would you agree, Mr. Palmer?
about time he did, really, if you ask me.
I mean, they are at Ipswich though, Al, not Leicester. Palmer, here's one for you.
Sorry.
Do you think Dougie's missing the championship and the confidence that came with it?
No.
Do you not?
He did it at the start of the season, but now he's got going in a more, he's riding 3 or 4 meetings a week. I don't think he's missing it at all.
But his Polish season's nearly done, isn't it? So it's suddenly going to become very quiet again for him.
I'm sure we could squeeze him in for the playoffs.
Ryan Douglas, Scunny Scorpion 2025, do you think?
No.
No.
No. Okay. That got shot down quick.
As cool as it would be,
He's outgrown the championship now. So before you say it, Al, he won't be going to Glasgow either.
I never was not even contemplating that.
I mean, he wouldn't have gone there anyway because he's got half a brain cell. But there on the screen is one man that has been to Glasgow before and come off worse for it, Richard Lawson.
And I believe we will have
Richard Lawson's drinking Powerade.
a bit of a delay here because Danny King has 2 on the bounce.
How very exciting.
In fact, as does, just Danny King. So a slight delay. Have we got any updates, Mr. Palmer, from your match? Well,
I haven't looked.
Ever the professional.
Danny King's going to be knackered after this.
We got an update from Sheffield.
Yeah, if you
no
want
update from Oxford, so
if you want to give us your quick update from Sheffield while we.
Heat number 9 was a win for the rider in yellow, tactical substitute Freddie Lindgren. Second in blue was Josh Pickering. Third in white, Tom Brennan, and the unbeaten Chris Alder finished at the back to make it a 2-4 to the Brummies and 35-19 the progressive score after 9.
Good result there from the Brummies' perspective, wouldn't you say?
Nah, they're still a lot behind.
You're still a lot behind, but that's a good heat result for them. Considering the unbeaten Chris Alder, that's something.
Fantastic result, 4-2 and still 16 behind. End of the night. Brilliant.
Right.
Get down to 26 down, then you can use a tactical sub.
Right, Mr. Palmer, Mr. Lineup time.
So your lineup for heat number 7 going off gate 1 in red is Daniel King. Off gate 2 in white is Samuel Masters. Off gate 3 in blue is Keenan Rue. Haha, that rhymes. And off the outside in yellow for Leicester is Luke Becker.
Oh, he's getting stopped here.
Greatest Hits Radio, if you're listening, I am available and could do with a better job.
And for all riders up to the tape, Start Marshall walks away. And it's a cracking start from Sam Masters there with Luke Becker coming round the outside to join him in second place. Oh my goodness. Keenan Rue lifted there. But it is currently a 5-1 as it stands to Leicester with Luke Becker in the lead and Sam Masters second. Keenan Rue in third and Danny King at the back. Understandable considering how knackered he must be. But Sam Masters still holding on to second at the moment over Keenan Rue with Luke Becker leading this race. And Danny King still trailing at the back with 2 laps to go. What can Keenan Rue do over Sam Masters? He's getting closer and closer as we come into turns 3 and 4 for the third time. It is still Luke Becker in the lead. Sam Masters takes second at the moment. And Keenan Rue in third. And Danny King at the back. And I can tell you right now, Luke Becker is flying away. Sam Masters is slowly but surely getting caught here by Keenan Rue, but I don't think he'll do enough. And it will be at Leicester 5-1, courtesy of Luke Becker and Sam Masters, with Keenan Rue in third. And I can tell you we're actually going to have a delay in the next one, because I think Keenan Rue might be back out for Ellis. But another cracking ride there from the Leicester boys of Luke Becker and Sam Masters. Sam doing very well to hold off Keenan Rue in second place. He was all over him, but he just managed to hold him off. And Danny King just rode around the track trying to get a breather in before his next heat.
So your result of heat number 7 was a win for the rider in yellow, Luke Becker. Second, his partner in white was Samuel Masters, and third in blue, Keenan Rue. 1 to Ipswich, 5 to Leicester, making the progressive scores on the night now 15 to the Witches and 27 to Lions.
Yeah. Can't even remember what I predicted. That's how bad it is.
Yours was 41-49, Alan.
Yeah, I'll be. Yeah.
I did, yeah. Because 40-50.
Do you want me to give the individual rider scores after the rides? Yeah, well, after 7 rides, the individual scorers are Adam Ellis, obviously no points. Scott Nichols, 3 points from 2 rides. Dan Thompson, 0 from 2. Danny King, 6 from 4. Keenan Rue, 4 from 3. Jordan Jenkins, 2+1 from 2. And for Leicester, Max Frick, 5+1 from 2. Richard Lawson, 5+1 from 2. Sam Masters, 5+1 from 2. Luke Becker, 4. Ryan Douglas, 5. Drew Kemp, 2. And Sam Hagan, 1+1 from 2. And yeah, well, we have a little bit of track grading. We'll get some updates from the road, starting with Mr. Palmer over at Oxford. What have you got for us, Mr. Palmer?
Since the last time I left you, absolutely nothing.
Really?
With
I'm shocked.
7 heats, that's it.
Okay, well,
Maybe the rain's
quickly.
coming.
Uh-oh. Maybe the rain.
Maybe, 'cause
Well,
it was chucking it down.
We'll shimmy over to Sheffield. What have you got for us, Mr. Hodgetts?
After 10 heats, heat number 10, it was a win for the rider in red, Jack Holder. Second in yellow, Zach Cook, and third in blue, Carl Howarth. 4-2 to Sheffield to make it 39-21. Heat 12, Heat 11 even, 2 rider replacements. Chris Holder replaced Ty Wolfenden. Tom Brennan replaced Piotr Pavlicki. And it was a win in white for Freddie Lindgren, second in red Chris Holder, and third in yellow Tom Brennan to make the score after 11 heats 41 to the Tigers, 25 to the Brummies.
It's not a very good day at the office for the Brummies, I have to say. Fair point, sir. Fair point. Well, I think we probably take a little breather while we're waiting on the track grading and all the other. Unless that's them coming back out already, which I actually believe it is. So we'll hold off breather. That was quick. I wasn't expecting it to come out so quick. Sorry, Palmer. I mean, I'll do the rider lineup for this one if you want a little breather.
It's all right, Alan. I shall do such thing.
All right. Just trying to give him a little breather.
I am a professional pisshead.
Oh, okay. Well, was expecting that, to be fair. I hate it.
I believe we were.
Keenan Rue coming back out as the for two in a row. I was expecting it. Fair point. Fair point. Fast work going on in Keenan Rue's bike. That's fair.
Has it gone down to 3? It used to be 5.
Oof.
Anyway, the lineup for heat number 8. Going off gate 1 in the blue helmet colour will be Jordan Jenkins. Off gate 2 in yellow, Sam Hagan. Gate 3 in red, Keenan Rue. And off the outside gate in the white helmet colour, having a little moan, Richard Lawson.
Oh, referee telling him to shift over a little bit. Richard's still not happy. I guess you're on mute. Now you said that. As the directors at tape, Start Marshall walks away, said enough of Lawson. And it's a cracking start from Keenan Rue in the red helmet colour. Second place at the moment is Richard Lawson. And third is Jordan Jenkins with Sam Hagan at the back. If it stays like this, it will be an Ipswich 4-2 as Keenan Rue is leading into the second lap. Richard Lawson trying everything he can to get the better of Keenan Rue. But don't discount Jordan Jenkins. He'll be wanting to get by Richard Lawson as much as he possibly can as we come into lap number 3 now. And it's still Keenan Rue in the lead, Richard Lawson second, and Jordan Jenkins in third, with Sam Hagan struggling at the back here as Keenan Rue comes into turns 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. And we'll head into lap 4 with Keenan Rue still romping away at the front. Richard Lawson in second, and Jordan Jenkins in third, with Sam Hagan at the back into turns 3 and 4. And it is a win for the rider in red, Keenan Rue. Richard Lawson second, and Jordan Jenkins third. Ipswich will be happy with that from Keenan Rue. Great ride from him to get the better of Richard Lawson. And Jordan will be a little bit disappointed he didn't do more over Richard, but I'm sure he'll be happy at least to get a point.
So the official result of heat number 8 was a win for the rider in red, Keenan Rue. Second in white was Richard Lawson, and third in blue, Jordan Jenkins. And in fourth place was Sam Hagan. That's 4 to Ipswich, 2 to Leicester, makes your progressive totals 19 to Ipswich, 29 to Leicester. But yeah, going to Leicester was the worst thing that's happened to Sam Hagan.
I'd agree with that.
That or, actually no, I can't say the other thing because we're live.
Well, okay. Yeah, okay, we're coming up now for heat number 9. And there he is, Mr. Scotty Nichols. Yeah.
Can't wait. How it should be. I'm not keen on speedway in the sun. Sun hurts.
Would you like to give us a lineup, sir?
Heat number 9. Going off gate going off gate 1 in blue is Stan Thompson. Off gate 2 in white is Ryan Douglas. Off gate 3 in the red helmet colour is Scott Nichols. And off the outside gate in yellow is Drew Kemp. And off the other outside gate is the start marshal trying to get the tapes to stay down.
I'm just looking at heat number 10. That's not going to be good for Ipswich. I want to put 2 reserves in to cover what's left. Rider replacement and injured Adam Ellis. Oh yeah, it can be Scotty. I forgot about Scotty. Yeah, they need to put him in there because otherwise they're not looking good. Anyway, back to heat number 9. Riders coming up to tapes now. Start Marshall walks away. Green lights on. Oh, tapes have gone up and nobody moved. Not sure what
Who
happened.
do they think they are, Scunny?
They should have just away through the went.
This happens at Scunthorpe every meeting,
Is that
at least once.
a
Yeah.
15-meter start for the tapes? Not
Don't
really.
mess about with the tapes. Give the people what they really want. Green light starts.
Not quite sure what happened there.
Don't know. I'll have a look. Oh, okay. Yeah, not a lot, much. Not a lot.
Well, it's the same 4 riders in the same 4 positions for heat number the tip to heat number 9. So to save Palmer's voice, we're not going to go through that all again.
What a man. He's certainly been raised well by
Well,
old
he
Ray
needs
Ray.
his voice for when he's shouting at Cardiff at the weekend, don't you, Mr. Palmer?
Yeah, when I'm going round the street saying strawberry jam is a goat.
Exactly. That Marshall walks away. Right, lights go green. The tapes go up, and it's a good start from flying. Nope, flying Ryan Douglas. I was right the first. I was right. Scott Nichols in second, but he's coming to come up the inside. Oh,
Nice.
whoa! Hoo-hoo! Scotty Nichols. What a ride from him as we go into lap 2. It's Nichols in the lead. Ryan Douglas in second, and Dan Thompson in third, holding off Drew Kemp at the moment. And currently it is a 4-2 to Ipswich. What can Drew Kemp do to get the better here of Dan Thompson as we head into lap number 3? And it's still Scotty Nichols in the lead, flying Ryan Douglas in second, and Dan Thompson in third, with Drew Kemp at the back. But Kemp will be giving up with a lap and a half to go as we come to the back round now for the final lap. And it's still Scotty Nichols in the lead. Second place, Ryan Douglas, and third at the moment is Dan Thompson. But watch out for Drew Kemp as we come into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Can Kemp do anything? I don't think so, and it will be a win for Scott Nichols. Right, Ryan Douglas second, and Dan Thompson takes third for a 4-2 to Ipswich. It is indeed, sir. It is indeed coming to life. Scott Nichols having the time of his life and showing why he is the 7-time British champion.
So your official result of heat number 9 was a win for the rider in red, Scott Nichols. Second in white was Ryan Douglas, and the third in blue, Dan Thompson. Drew Kemp, unfortunately, there, bringing up the rear. That makes it a 4-point to Ipswich, 2 points to Leicester, making the progressive scores now 23 to Ipswich, 31 to Leicester.
It was a great ride from Scott Nichols there, though, to get the better of flying Ryan Douglas.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Yeah, what you said, yeah.
I'm just reading the thing on update said apparently the green light didn't even come on in the first running, and it only. I mean that's understandable. Accidents happen. Yeah, they could end up pressing the wrong one for all we know.
Gary Allen in it.
He's an idiot. Think he needs to clean the old spectacles. Yep. Yeah, let's take a little.
Yeah, let's
Well, the riders coming round now to the tapes for heat number 13. I'll let Mr. Palmer fill you in on the riders once he gets himself all sorted. No, Becca's off gate 1.
No,
Not
meant
Becca.
to be off 2.
Oh,
So the lineup then for heat number 10. Going off gate 1 in blue will be Keenan Rue. Off gate 2 in yellow will be Luke Becker. Off gate 3 in red will be Scott Nichols. And going off gate 4 in white, Sam Masters.
Gotti gonna have a fair few reds tonight. Yeah, but it's just sponsored by the people that are sponsoring the team. Let's be honest. Pitbull. Yeah.
Something the wages will never think of.
I'm just reading Scott's bit on the back of his Kevlars. I put her on Kevin. Ah, that makes sense.
I don't know if he still had, but he had "Bye, have a nice day" on his.
The lights go green, tapes go up, and it's a cracking start from the rider in yellow. That is Luke Becker. And Sam Masters coming up the inside, but it's Luke Becker in the lead, Scott Nichols in second, and Sam Masters in third, with Keenan Rue at the back. And it's still Luke Becker leading the way, Scott Nichols sitting in second, and Sam in third. Keenan Rue not making much impact at the moment. And if it stays like this, it'll be a Leicester 5-1. Sorry, 4-2 even. 4-2 even. And it is still Luke Becker in the lead with Scotty Nichols in second and Sam Masters third, with Keenan Rue just pulling wheelies at the back now, trying to get any bit of speed he can get to try and overhaul Sam Masters. And we're going to the final lap now, and it is still Luke Becker winning this race. Second at the moment is Scotty Nichols, with Sam Masters filling third. And I don't see Keenan Rue doing much with Sam at the back. And it's a cracking win for Luke Becker, with Scotty in second and Sam in third. Eh? Oh yeah, so it was. I forgot about that actually. There you go. But yeah, great ride from Luke Becker there. Can't argue with that. Very good ride from him, and a little bit disappointed from Sam. Thought he would have done a bit better. Would have got the better of Scotty in that one. True. I'll give you that, but I still think Sam would have done should do better. But anyway. And then Keenan Rue just lifted violently at the start. Oh, don't let Palmer hear you saying that. Have we,
Can confirm he has.
Palmer, have you
There's
got
a handsome
the
man.
official result?
The official result of heat number 10 was a win for the rider in yellow, Luke Becker. Second in red was Scott Nichols, and the third in yellow, Samuel Masters, with Keenan Rue bringing up the rear in heat number 10. So that's 2 to Ipswich, 4 to Leicester, making the progressive totals 25 to Ipswich, 35 to Leicester.
Well, it appears we're cracking on with heat number 11. I expected a slight delay given Keenan Rue out 2 on the trot, but unless
That's Jordan Jenkins, Mush.
they must have brought in a reserve switch yesterday. There you go. Over to you
It
for the
says
lineup.
on the screen, Alan, if you look with your eyes.
I didn't see that. I was looking at my program on my phone. It hadn't updated. Apologies.
Bit of
Over
an
to you, Mr.
update from
Palmer.
Oxford. Palmer, they're taking the interval now because it's chucking it down with rain.
Oh, good. So, heat 11 going off gate 1 in the white helmet colour will be Max Frick. Off gate number 2 in red will be Daniel King. Gate 3 in yellow will be Richard Lawson. And gate 4 in blue will be Jordan Jenkins. Bless you, Mr. Dillon.
Bless you,
No
sir.
problem.
Samuel Masters doing a little bit of... No, not Samuel Masters. Yes, Samuel Masters. No, it's not Samuel. I'm looking at the wrong here. I looked at the... My program was too far down. Little blip. Little brain fart. That's all it was. Riders settling down at the tapes now. Start Marshall walks away. Green light goes on, and it's a good start from Max Frick, who's currently in the lead at the moment. Richard Lawson trying to go around the outside, and he's got there. Leicester back in a 5-1. In third place at the moment is Danny King with Jordan Jenkins at the back. But it is still Leicester who are leading the way with Richard Lawson in the lead. Second is Max Frick, and third is Danny King with Jordan Jenkins now getting the better of Danny King. They're kind of battling each other at the back, but not really making much of an impact on the Leicester boys here as they go into lap 3, and Danny King still trying to find a way through to get past Max Frick, but Max Frick holding on, and Richard Lawson clearing out in front with Danny King third, and Jordan Jenkins at the back as we enter the final lap, and it's still Richard Lawson in the lead, Max Frick second, and Danny King in third with Jordan Jenkins still chilling at the back as we come into the final bends now, and it is a cracking win for Richard Lawson. Second, Max Frick, and Danny King third with Jordan Jenkins at the back. Good result there from the Leicester boys. Fight back just a little, not really the best result at night for Ipswich, being 3 riders down and having a guest and rider replacement and injury rider replacement is really not helping them at all. Plus, having Danny King struggling tonight has not helped. If they had Saifudinov and Doyle, this would have been a lot of a different story.
So,
It would have been a different story. I think it would have been a lot closer if they had those two.
do you really, Alan?
I do, sir.
So the official result of heat number 11, and that's always a good thing because it's a race closer to the end, was a win for the rider in yellow, Richard Lawson. Second in white was Max Frick, and the third in red was Daniel King, and Jordan Jenkins finished at the rear. That's 5 to Leicester, 1 to Ipswich, making the progressive scores 26 to Ipswich and 40 to Leicester.
Well, before we have the updates from the 2 other meetings, I'll just give you the riders' progressive scores. So Adam Ellis obviously is still on 0. Scott Nichols 8 points from 4 rides. Dan Thompson 1 from 3. Danny King 7 from 5 just as they go off screen. So just bear with me one moment. I'm gonna have to try and get this up on here now. That's 1 from 3. Danny King 7 from 5. Keenan Rue 7 from 6, and Jordan Jenkins 3 plus 1 from 3, if I'm right. And for Leicester, Max Frick is on 8 plus 1 from 3. Richard Lawson 9 plus 2 from 4. Sam Masters 6 plus 1 from 3. Luke Becker's on 7. Ryan Douglas on 7. Drew Kemp 2 points from 3, and Sam Hagan 1 plus 1 from 3. And I know I currently think they're having a break at Oxford due to the rain. Is that right? Is that the case still? Yep. So I believe, have we got any update at Sheffield? No problem, sir.
It's a man.
Norris, what a name.
Big up David Floppy Norris.
Right, updates
Norris.
from Sheffield. Heat number 12 was won by the rider in red, Chris Holder. Second in yellow, Michael Palmtoft. And third in white, Victor Lampart. To make it 44-28. Heat number 13, the rider replacement in blue was Josh Pickering. It was won by the rider in white, Freddie Lindgren. Second in red, Jack Holder. And third in blue, Josh Pickering, to make it 47-31. Heat 14 was won by the rider in red, Josh Pickering, with Zach Cook second and Jason Edwards third. Leon Flint may as well have stayed at home because he is shit. And that makes the scores 51-33, and just awaiting the nominations for 15. I do know that Freddie Lindgren is in white and Victor Lampard is in yellow though.
Good to know. As soon as you get the other two, we'll cross straight back to you.
What a fella.
As we watch Lee Kilby interview Keenan Rubit. As if we always say, who really gives a bother about this? Let's be honest. Go and interview an interesting rider, Lee. I know it's difficult. I know there's not many interesting riders at this track tonight, but you must be able to find one.
Fucking hope you do, lovely Jacqueline. I should fucking hope so. You best be at Cardiff so you can buy me a pint.
Can I just check? Please tell me you were on mute. Are we live? Apologies for any rude language from Mr. Palmer that may have been caused. He'll be getting a stern talking to from the other side of D&D media and will be given a written warning. Thank you.
Oh, very exciting. I've already started writing my own warning.
The two Sheffield riders for Heat 15 are Chris Holder red, Carl Howarth in blue, Brummy's Tape 1 and 3. So it'll be Freddie Lindgren off gate 1 in white, gate 2 in red will be Chris Holder, gate 3 in yellow Victor Lampard, and off the outside in blue will be Kyle Howarth.
Big up King Kyle.
Well, I think we're having a break here at Leicester. Going with the fact we're in the pits. Shall we take a little breather? So welcome back, and we're going to get the final updates, I believe, from Sheffield. Mr. Hodgetts, over to you.
Heat number 12, I think we were on when I last spoke to you, was it?
Was it not Heat 15 because you'd already done 14?
We'd done lineups for 15, you are right.
Yeah.
The
I'm right for once.
You're right for once.
Well done, Al.
The full lineup for 15 was Freddie off 1, Chris Holder 2, Lampard 3 and Howarth off 4. And the result of heat number 15 was a win for the rider in red, Chris Holder, second in white, Freddie Lindgren, and third in blue, Carl Howarth, to make the final scores 55-35. Individual scorers: Jack Holder 9 plus 1 from 4, Carl Howarth 9 plus 1 from 5, Chris Holder 14 from 6, Josh Pickering 9 plus 2 from 5, rider replacement for Ty Wuffenden at number 5, Jason Edwards 4 from 4, and Dan Gilk 6 plus 1 from 4. For the Brummies, Freddie Lindgren scored 13 from 6, rider replacement for Piotr Pavlicki at 2. Victor Lampard scored 7 plus 1 from 6, Zach Cook 5 plus 1 from 5, Tom Brennan scored 3 from 4, Michael Palmtoft 4 from 3, and Leon Flint 1 from 4.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Hodgetts, for the updates from Sheffield.
Michael Palmtoft scored 4 from 4 even.
Oh, thank you for the rectification there. And I'll assume we haven't got any more updates from Oxford.
Absolutely not.
Well, you've got another job to do. Take away with the lineups.
So, coming up to now is heat number 12. I'm going off gate number 1 in the yellow helmet colour is Drew Kemp. Off gate 2 in the red helmet colour, Scott Nichols. Off gate 3 in white is Sam Masters. And going off the outside in blue is Keenan Rue.
Just saw Scott Nichols and Sam Masters having a little chuckle there at the start tapes. Oh, absolutely not. Yeah, it does indeed.
It's the only sport you'll be riding against each other one night and with each other the next. Look at Scotty and Sam tonight and tomorrow.
No, it's Mr. Kemp. The lights go green and they're away. And it's a good oh, a little bit of contact there, but it's a good gate from Sam Masters, who's in the lead at the moment. Scotty Nichols in second, and it is Keenan Rue in third with Drew Kemp at the back. But watch out for Matt. Oh, and into the second lap now, and Scott Nichols all over the back of Sam Masters. And watch out for Keenan Rue because he's also on the catch of Sam Masters as well. But Masters still leading the way with Nichols in second and Rue in third. Drew Kemp at the back as we go into lap 3. And Sam Masters just about hanging on in the front. And both Scotty and Keenan lifting there. That didn't really help the cause because that's allowed Sam to get a little bit more ground on them as we go into the final lap. And it's still Sam Masters in the lead. Scotty Nichols in second and Keenan Rue in third. And Drew Kemp somewhere at the back as we enter the final bends now. And it's a cracking win for Sam Masters with Scotty Nichols second and Keenan Rue in third. Got to say, Sam Masters lucky not to get clouted out of the way there by Scott Nichols. Sam giving Scotty a warning, like, don't do that tomorrow, whatever you do. That's actually a bearable. I'll let them give the race results for this one first, and then we'll get the update if we've got time. Oh,
That makes sense. I'll have a look in a moment. The result of heat number 12 is a win for the rider in white, Sam Masters. Second in red was Scott Nichols, and the third in blue was Keenan Rue, with Drew Kemp bringing up the rear. That was 3 points to Ipswich, 3 points to Leicester, making the progressive scores on the night 29 to Ipswich, 43 to Leicester.
As I head into heat number 13, the rider replacement is Dan Thompson. And now we've got some weird looking guy on the screen.
That's Michael Lee, that, isn't it? BSN, BSN for life. Oxford Kings Lynn. So, when I last left it was 30 points to 12. Heat 8 was a 3-3, making it 33 to 15. Heat 9 was a 3-3, making it 36 to 18. Heat 10 was a 4-2, making it 40 points to 20.
They don't let heat 10. Oh my lord. And now we're speaking to another man who I have no idea who that could be. Mr. Palmer, any ideas?
Looks like you won a good day, Al.
Thanks very much. And now we're at the tapes for heat number 13. Mr.
Aren't
Palmer,
they really?
take it away, sir.
So, the lineup for Heat 13. Off gate 1 in the red helmet colour is Daniel Thompson. Off gate 2 in white is Max Frick. Off gate 3 in blue is Daniel King. And off the outside in the yellow helmet colour will be Ryan Douglas.
I would say so. But Danny not hitting much of a foot, not really doing so well tonight, and he's not doing so well. I was trying to put it in the nicest way I could. And Dan Thompson's not really had a good night either. I think this is a 5-1 for Leicester. No, you wouldn't, but he'll give it a go. Right, let's go to the tapes. The green lights come on, and they're away. And it is, of course, as everyone expected, currently a 5-1 to Leicester, with Max Frick out in the lead and Ryan Douglas settling in for second place. Watch it. Don't give up. And Danny King and Dan Thompson, as they'll be doing everything they can to get the better here of Ryan Douglas. Oh, he's left. He's held on that, though, just about as they come into lap number 2. 3, 2. No, it is 3. And it is still Max Frick in the lead. Ryan Douglas hanging on in second. And in third at the moment is Danny King. He's putting Ryan Douglas under some pressure as they come into the... Oh, and King's gone. Oh, dear. I can see the bike at the back of the... I think that race will be awarded, given that we're on the third lap. Oh, that's not good signs if Danny King's down. Oh, dear.
Yep.
Oh, dear.
Big up Trotchy.
Trotchy. Is that?
I recognise him from somewhere. Don't know.
So it's not a rider. You wouldn't say that's not a rider, is it? That was spanning. I thought I had to look at Anders Rowe, but I don't know why I thought that. No, is it? Oh, okay, can't be Anderson. He's back on his feet, but he looks knackered. It could be.
Yeah.
He never gives up.
Because he needs the extra.
Well,
He wanted extra 20p points.
That was his 6th ride.
Lovely.
We'll go over to Mr. Palmer while we wait on the rerun of heat number Oh well, it'll be the running of Heat 14. Actually, I'm assuming this has been awarded.
So the only update since I last spoke to you from Oxford was the fact that Ashton Bowden is fell and excluded from Heat 11, and that's about it. And Big Trotch is in as a tactical sub in yellow.
Well, this has hit the 100 and it was awarded, Mr. Palmer. Only because King fell, let's be honest. I'm not stealing Dan Thunder at all. He's a good rider, but you would not expect him to score.
You leave me alone, Alan. So
I'll
the
leave you.
result of heat number 13 is a win for the rider in white, Max Frick. Second in yellow, his partner Ryan Douglas, and third in red, Daniel Thompson. So that's 1 tip switch, 5 to Leicester, making the progressive scores 30 to Ipswich, 48 to Leicester.
And Leicester getting over the 100 mark on aggregate, which is very well done.
Oh, very excited.
Let's face it, they've got that aggregate point sewed up.
And the meeting win.
And the meeting win as well, yeah. So Leicester go walking away with all 3 points. Yep, pull them up now. There's maybe 2 ticks. So,
Have they not put them all out?
on the Facebook. I'll do
I
that just.
know, as far as I know, Tofty and King Kyle are still in it for us.
Yeah, so I'll give you the lineups for the pairs tomorrow, which sees Lewis Kerr and Drew Kemp represent Berwick. For Oxford, it's Scotty Nichols and Sam Masters. For
Boo.
Red Car is Charles Wright and Danny King.
Yay.
For Glasgow, we're about to hear another boo here. Chris Harris and Anders Rowe.
Boo.
For Plymouth, it's Ben Barker and Dan Thompson.
Boo.
For Scunny, it's Michael Pam Toft and Kyle Howarth.
Boo.
Wow, I was not expecting that. For Edinburgh, it's Josh Pickering and Paco Castagna.
Way.
For the Pirates of Poole, it's Richard Lawson and Ben Cook. And for the Workington Comets, Troy Batchelor and Antti Vulas.
Mid.
You know what I love about that poster? Glasgow are the pairs champions and they're not on the poster for it. It's Red Car,
Yeah,
Poole and Oxford.
I know, shocking. Disgraceful.
No dramas, Mosh. Have a good evening. Probably be Tuesday. Depends what time I get back.
In a bit. Well, thank you to Mr. Hodgetts there for his involvement this evening. As we go into Heat 14, Palmer, would you like to give us the lineup, good sir?
So, off gate 1. Blue will be Jordan Jenkins. Off gate 3 in yellow will be Sam Hagan. And off the outside in red, Dan Thompson.
You have to fancy probably I'm going to say 3 each here in this one.
You would imagine so, Alan. You would imagine so.
And hopefully we'll hopefully get an ending to the match over in Oxford before roughly the same time as this one. Here's hoping.
No, we won't.
How many heats have we still got to go at Oxford?
About 4 or 5, something like
that. We'll try and get there.
I'm sure you will, Al. I'm sure you will.
As the riders now getting asked to come up to tapes by the start marshal. Very young start marshal, might I say. As he walks away from the tapes, the lights go green and they're off. And it's a cracking start to no one's expectance of Luke Becker with second place at the moment Dan Thompson and Jordan Jenkins in third, with Sam Hagan at the back. And as you can see, Luke Becker not even troubled one bit, and Dan and Jordan just packing in the minor places over Sam Hagan, who unfortunately, I have to say, probably struggling a lot tonight around this track here at Ipswich as we go into lap 3, and it's still the Ipswich. It's still Luke Becker in the lead, with the Ipswich pairing of Dan Thompson and Jordan Jenkins second and third respectively, and Sam Hagan at the back. As we go into the final lap now, and Luke Becker romping around here. He might even hit a track record. You never know. Second place is, I'm thinking, could be Dan Thompson with Jordan in third. And I'm right to say that's exactly how it finished. It finished Becker, Thompson, and Jenkins with Sam Hagan at the back. Another fabulous ride from Luke Becker. To have 3 wins on the bounce after losing his finishing third in his first.
So the official result of Heat 14 was a win for the rider in white, Luke Becker. Second in red was Dan Thompson, and the third in blue, Jordan Jenkins, with Sam Hagan finishing last. That's 3 points to Ipswich and 3 points to Leicester, making the progressive scores 33 to Ipswich, 51 to Leicester.
And I mean, again, as everyone expected, Luke Becker winning that with ease, with the 2 Ipswich boys just holding off Sam Hagan. But yeah, nice kind of as the race as expected when you look at it on paper. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Palmer?
Yeah, what you said, it was all right. Yeah.
While we wait for the lineups for heat number 15 away, any more updates from Oxford?
Give me a minute.
Okay, sir. I'll give you a minute.
Thanks. 41-25. With Everson and Strawberry Jam being absolute heroes and getting a 5-1 over Chris Harris.
What heat was that?
11.
11. So still 4 heats to go. So the scores on the doors going into heat 15. We'll just jump straight to Scotty Nichols, who's on 10 points from 5 rides. Dan Thompson, 4 from 5. Danny King, 7 from 6. Keenan Root, 8 plus 1 from 6. And Jordan Jenkins, 4 plus 2 from 5. And while I'm getting the other ones, the gate starts, it looks like gates 1 and 3, the better the gates, with 4 wins and 5 respectively. And the other 2, 3 and 2 respectively. We'll wonder where I don't quite know who had the ones in Heat 1, but whoever didn't will have the choice in 15. They expect them to go off the inside. And Leicester, Max Frick 11 plus 1 from 4 rides. Richard Lawson 9 plus 2 from 4. Sam Masters 9 plus 1 from 4. Luke Becker 10. Ryan Douglas 9 plus 1 from 4. Drew Kemp 2 from 4, and Sam Hagan 1 plus 1 from 4. And I'm just going to see if there's any more updates from good old Oxford. Give little Palmer a breather. And Heat 12 was won by Matsy Janowski with Anders Rowe second and Norik Bladone in third. That 3 each makes the progressive scores 44 to the Oxford Spires, 28 to the Kings Lynn Stars. As we await heat number 13.
I could tell you in 8:15 here, Keenan Rowe's going in red, Scott Nichols is going in blue.
Good to know. To see. Take it. Lewis Kerr must have been injured or something. Not just the reserve switch. Okay. Makes sense. Really. You have to say Stuart Dixon will be happy with the result tonight, and Richie will be just glad that he's not losing anymore. He'll be glad that anyone else that was in an accident after Adam Ellis is back on the feet, but he'll be worried about how fit Adam Ellis is.
Never mind, Richie. I'm worried about how fit Adam Ellis is.
Well, you as well, obviously. Yeah, Palmer will be worried too. Can't lie. Hopefully, we'll get an update from Oxford in due course. I'm just checking again. Nothing on here. Let me go and check the other source. Likely there's a delay because I always have a delay after heat 12 with an interval. I'm going to assume they won't have that interval. They've already had it.
I could tell you, Richard Lawson's going in white here.
And somebody will partner him in yellow.
Will they really?
Yeah. And heat 13 at Oxford was a win for Rowan Tungate. Niels Christian Everson, whatever, I can't remember the other bit of his name, is in second. And Chris Harrison third with Strawberry Jam at the back. Take a 4-2 to make the scores 48 to Oxford, 30 to the Kings Lynn Stars. And Lewis Kerr is coming out for Patrick Wojdelow in heat number 14. So we might get to the end of it yet. So hopefully by the end of this one we'll have 14, and we just need to wait in 15. Which will be very good.
Will it really?
It'll be really, really good.
You know what else would be really, really good?
When I sign my P45?
No.
Oh,
And this meeting's finally finished.
yeah, well then we've just got to wait on the results from Oxford, which is only 2 heats away.
We don't have to.
We should see it out.
You can if you want, Bush.
I'll see it out, and then I'll let Mr. Dill know that we're wrapping up.
Luke Becker in yellow.
As we get the lineup now for heat number 15, I'm just hoping it's updated somewhere.
So your lineup for heat 15. Off gate 1 in red is Keenan Rue. Off gate 2 in white will be Richard Lawson. Off gate 3 in the blue helmet colour will be Scott Nichols. Off the outside in yellow will be Luke Becker.
Uh-oh. There we go. She's back. Woo!
We just had confirmation from our behind the scenes man. As soon as this heat 15 is done, we'll be wrapping up because Dylan needs to go.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Thank you for that, Mr. Palmer. And the tapes are away, and it is a good start from the Ipswich boys of Keenan Rue and Scott Nichols, who are currently sitting on a 5-1. But watch out for Richard Lawson on the inside. Oh, just gets there. And don't discount Becker. He'll be going for the inside now of Keenan Rue, and he's done him. Rue and Lawson into second. Sorry, not Rue. Becker and Lawson into second and third, respectively. And Scotty Nichols out in front. Keenan Rue at the back, and it's currently a 3-3 as it stands. Going into lap number 3 with Scotty Nichols in the lead, Richard Lawson second, and Luke Becker in third, with Keenan Rue at the back. As we come back round now to enter the final lap, Scott Nichols in the lead. Second place is Richard Lawson, and third is Luke Becker, with Keenan Rue at the back. Up the back straight now for the final time tonight. Scott Nichols coming home to win it. A heat win for Ipswich. Second, Richard Lawson, and third was Luke Becker. And I'm just going to see if there's any update from Oxford for heat 14 for you. Not seeing anything. Quickly. 14 is gone. On you go.
Your final result of heat number 15 was a win for the rider in blue, Scott Nichols. Second in white was Richard Lawson, and the third in yellow, Luke Becker, with Keenan Rue at the back. That's 3 to Ipswich, 3 to Leicester, making the progressive scores now 36 to Ipswich, 54 to Leicester. And that wraps us up for this evening's action. Thank you to anyone that's decided to join us on this Thursday evening. I'll see you all in Cardiff. If we don't see you in Cardiff, we'll see you next week for Oxford versus the Weeges.
Yep. Good night, everybody.